Every time the man reached the ground floor of his building, he would deliberately untie his shoelaces. When he got to his door, he never went straight in. Instead, he'd head back up a few flights and pretend to retie his shoes at the top, all the while keeping a close eye on his front door. Once he was sure no one had followed him, he'd retrieve the peanut he'd wedged in the doorframe. Only when he saw it hadn't moved, he feels safe enough to unlock the door. The man had developed such an obsessive vigilance against surveillance because 4 years earlier, he had killed the local gang's leader to avenge their boss. The gang had put a hit out on him, but when he found out, he didn't feel the slightest bit of fear. Instead, he showed up alone at the gang leader's funeral. The man knew that the best way to get out from under a manhunt was to take out whoever had ordered the hit, and the chaotic atmosphere of the funeral was the perfect setting to get it done. So he tracked down the one who had given the order and dropped him fast. Even though the man was surrounded by gang members, no one dared make a move. When they saw he was armed, they actually stepped aside to let him through. He then wiped his prints off the gun, tossed it casually into a nearby bush, and flashed a contemptuous smile at the cops pulling up. The officers felt humiliated and swore they'd bring him in, but before they could even manage to arrest him, the man turned himself in at the police station because living in constant fear had become unbearable for him.